I competed in nationals for volleyball. I was also a varsity wrestler. You can see some of my volleyball medals up here. My varsity plaque, or a plaque that I won for wrestling, and then my varsity letter slash certificate thing behind me. I'm a former calisthenics YouTuber with over 200 educational pieces of content where I was able to do like handstand push-ups, muscle ups, 9-degree handstand push-ups, one arm pull-ups. I was able to do like 110 pounds for 5 reps on weighted pull-ups, only weighing like 140, 150. I've had to do some pretty difficult things, and I've actually become quite successful in a lot of different things. Right now, the main focus of my life is entrepreneurship and making money and all that type of stuff. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. I'm going to be going over the mindset that's helped me reduce the amount of pain that I've experienced, because these things were hard. They were difficult. They required lots of discipline and willpower to achieve. Having to cut weight for wrestling and having to go to practice when your knees hurt and you don't want to jump and you have shoulder injuries and all these different types of things when playing volleyball. I've had to improve all of these things. I'm going to be teaching you the things that help me reduce the amount of pain that I experienced, improve my workflow, and boost in my performance. And we're going to be going over that right now. The first thing is to never actually focus on the pain. You always hear online guys who are like motivational speakers who are trying to get people like into the working hard mode. So you've probably had this. You were inspired by someone online. You wanted to work hard. You wanted to create change in your life. That's why you're watching this type of video. Maybe that person was me. If it was, then shake your hand, like absolutely awesome. But the thing is, they always tell you it's meant to be hard. It needs to be hard. Like, oh, you got to push through all this stuff. But you're focused on it being hard. And a lot of people, me included when I first started, haven't leveled up the skill of being able to do the hard thing. What you need to do is you need to flip it and you need to focus on the thing that isn't hard. The other day I was in the garage and I started like getting back into mobility and stretching and all that type of stuff. I was in my garage, I was working out. I just finished a workout and I was stretching. Super deep, painful, like hamstring stretch. I was like sat on the floor, like trying to touch my toes. I thought, what if I just focus on the thing that isn't stretching right now? What if I just focus on like my shoulders or my feet or my hands or whatever? And I realized the hamstring stretch was the exact same. But when I focused on my shoulders, for example, the pain reduced honestly by like 20 to 40%. And it was absolutely amazing. And it clicked. It was placebo. But the thing is, the placebo worked even though I knew that it was there. This is the point of like mindfulness meditation, for example. You focus on being present with something else. You're not focused on all the outside factors. If you're doing work or if you're focused on training and you're going to failure and you're pushing hard and it's burning and it's pumping, yeah, for like mind muscle connection, you might want to focus on the muscle or whatever. But if you were to focus on something else, if you were to focus on your legs while doing bench press and you're just making sure that your technique's good, you're going to get the same result, but it's going to be less painful. I'm not saying necessarily avoid the pain, but if you're not able to stick with the hard work or the hard task and you just need to get through it, focusing on the easy part of it, focusing on the thing that isn't hard or isn't difficult, that's going to allow you to be better. On the same token, flipping it to a positive, what you see is a lot of people, like boxers, for example. I got into like combat sports for a while, like boxing and wrestling and a little bit of kickboxing and all that type of stuff. You'll see them, they'll get kicked in the ribs, get absolutely fucked. It hurts like crazy. But the thing is, they're making jokes. They'll like laugh with their friend and be like, almost broke me rib, like all that type of stuff. The reason is because what's the alternative? You can either sit there and complain, or you can flip it into a positive and just try and make it as enjoyable as possible. That's part of it. You need to take these like autistic steps into figuring out how to manipulate your brain into thinking this thing sucks, but it will work. Another thing, you're only good at the stuff that, or you're only going to be able to enjoy the stuff that you're good at. I didn't enjoy volleyball until I was like top 1% in my state at it, top 1% in my county at it. I didn't enjoy wrestling until I understood and knew how to flow with people and knew how to get into scrambles and fight people and actually like physically like hurt them and not get hurt myself, or did get hurt, but I knew how to get out of it. I didn't understand any of that. It took me months and months and months to get to the level to where I was even able to like comprehend how to do that. With calisthenics, I hated all of the skills up until the point I learned them. It took me weeks, months to learn how to do a handstand. It took me technically years, but up until like I started training it took me weeks to learn a handstand because of a shoulder injury. That sucked. And it was so unenjoyable, feeling like you're making zero progress, zero progress, zero progress. But you make zero progress, and then this workout, you held the handstand for a few seconds. Next workout, you did your first rep. Next workout, you did your first 6. Next workout, next workout, next workout. 20 workouts later, you're doing 70 reps in one session like I did. It's exponential. It's quick. Once you get good at it, you're able to improve significantly faster than everyone else. It's like an exponential curve. And that's the thing you have to understand. Right now, it feels like there's nothing that's happening. Right now, it feels like you're not doing anything right. Right now, it feels like you're only like getting set back and maybe you make a little bit of progress, but then you stop being consistent. I'm telling you to shoot up into the atmosphere with it. Don't just stop halfway up. If you have a plane going off the runway, if it starts, it doesn't just randomly stop. You know that thing when you're on a plane? Maybe you can relate to this. I haven't been on a plane that much, but the times I have. You know when you go on a plane and it like starts and it like raises a little bit and then it hits the ground, then raises a little bit more, then hits the ground, then raises, then stays up? You wouldn't just like keep going and then it raises a little bit and then slow down and the pilot like completely stops the plane. And then you go again and then it kind of raises a little bit and then completely stop the plane. No, you fucking shoot up forward until you can actually fly and you build up enough speed and you get so high that then you can cruise. You don't cruise before you get off the ground. You cruise when you're already in the air 20,000 feet above everybody. That's when you do that. That's when you cruise. And the thing is, if you want to get higher, you need to keep going up. You need a better plane. You need more momentum in order to carry you up. That's the thing that actually allows you to make the progress. So point number one, I gave you a couple points, but if I had to give you like one thing to take away from like that section, point number one, focus on the alternative. Focus on the good part about what it is that you're doing. Don't focus on, oh, my hamstrings hurt and oh, this sucks and oh, whatever, because that's just going to make it suck and miserable for you. If you're stretching, for example, if there's something that's painful, if there's work that you're doing, if you're like in the gym, if you have to do something, be consistent, be disciplined, whatever. If that is the case, focus on the thing that doesn't suck. Just instantly make it a good day. You had, for example, your Wi-Fi goes out. Crazy example, and you actually wanted to work and you've been being disciplined and whatever. Instead of complaining, go, you know what, today was a good day because I woke up, I did my morning routine, like whatever, like I had my coffee, like I got sunlight, whatever. The sun was nice. Today is a good day. I don't care what happens throughout the day. That mindset is genuinely so powerful, and I've been able to use it. You can have many top 10% days. You have a certain amount of good days and a certain amount of bad days. That's a guarantee. But if you have the X amount of good days, X amount of bad days, you can choose whether or not you want to experience one or the other. And the thing is, some days are just going to suck and sometimes your mind isn't going to flip the switch. But what I'm trying to say to you, the point that I'm trying to get across is just choose to make it good. And you can. Guys have this ability to just flip that switch, to just say, okay, I'm happy now. And then they feel happy. That's exactly how it works. And the thing is, anybody who tells you otherwise is bullshitting you. Why would you believe something that's going to make your life worse? If you put it into practice and if you just like mindlessly believe it, and if it actually works, and it's not mindless, it's intentional and it's actually working. So just listen to me, because I'm actually trying to help you and actually get you the result that it is that you want to achieve. I'm not going to sit here and tell you like, oh, you need to do it this specific way. But I'm telling you, this worked for me. I know for a fact that this works because this is advice that I got from other people, that I've given other people, and it works every single time without fail when it's taken seriously. So that's what I'm asking you to do, is just shut up, trust me a little bit, and just follow the process. Thing number two, I've kind of already went into this, but good days can be bad days under the exact same circumstances. It just depends on the performance. For example, I learned this concept of like 1% days or like 10% days, good or bad. So you have a certain amount of days that are like top 1%, like the best you'll have in a year. Let's say like round down to 300 days in a year. You'll maybe have 3 1% days if we're just like getting like this statistical average, whatever. We're a bunch of nerds. I had to cough. You also have a certain amount of bad days, but good days can be completely different. It just depends on the performance of those days. For example, recently, after learning the concept of this, I had 2 top 1% days in a row, but they were completely different. One of them was a Friday during school. I woke up. It was maybe 7 a.m. I woke up. Like, I started waking up earlier recently. I was up at 3 a.m. today, but I woke up at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, did my chores for the morning, got off to school. I walk with a group of friends to the bus and I like sit with the bus on them. And then when I go to school, like I talk to people. I'm socializing all morning. I had an amazing time with people, with teachers. I'm saying hi to everybody. I'm being charismatic. I can feel like my positive energy like rubbing off on people and like spreading from me to other people. And I genuinely could see like people's face light up talking to me, and mine too. And we would go back and forth, and I'm hanging out with girls and guys, and like just awesome morning, awesome day. Tons tons of socializing, absolutely amazing day. When I got home, I did like a little bit of schoolwork and business work. I didn't do too much. I was mostly focused on like socializing, and I worked out that day, and I went to bed early, and top 1% day just because of the socializing aspect. The next day, it was a Saturday, and I'd scheduled out my entire day, worked the entire day. I wasn't on my phone. I was shut up in a room typing on a computer doing schoolwork. I'm in, like, I should have mentioned this in the beginning of the video as like better proof or whatever that I'm disciplined. But I'm in like one of the most advanced educational programs in my country. It's called ACE. It's basically for like autistic kids who, when they were young, they got good in like test scores. So now you get put into like this advanced program and you have no idea how to study, and you're like, shit. So it's kind of like that. But I was put into one of these programs, and all day I'm working, doing assignments, doing business work, and I didn't talk to anybody. I barely spoke to my parents. I worked out. I like obviously said hi to them like if I went out to eat. Like I was still a human that day, but worked all day, maybe like 8-10 hours of like pretty high level, consistent, just like deep work, lights off, like caffeine next to me, like my little coffee mug, all that type of stuff. But for me, that was a top 1% day. Completely different. And the thing is, I'm extremely extroverted. So I like talking to people, and I like actually hanging out with them. So you would think that a day like that where I'm kind of by myself, I'm isolated, I would hate that. But I didn't. I loved it. 2 top 1% days in a row, but they were completely different. How the fuck does that happen? And it's because I actually was at a high level doing both things. I was at a high level when it came to socializing, and I was at a high level when it came to productivity. Back to my point I had said before of you're only good at something that you like doing, or you only like doing what you're good at. Sorry. If you can only like what you're good at, you need to get good at it first. And if you're good at being productive, it doesn't matter what you're doing. And if you're good at socializing, you can heavily, massively enjoy those 2 things just by doing them. And the thing is, that was the case for me. So in order to make the difficult thing easier, in order to like it more, you have to be good at it. So you need to get to the level to where you can sit down and focus. You need to get to the level to where you're able to go up and talk to anybody and socialize. I've talked to thousands of people intentionally. And like I have a video on my channel called I Socialize with 300 plus people. That was in like a month period. I did that experiment where I would talk to like 10 new people a day for months. I still talk to probably more than 10 people a day. Probably some of them that I don't even know. I've got to the point to where I've kind of like maxed out my school. Like I've had a conversation with everybody. I've said hi to everybody. I've socialized with everybody. Like there's no more people to talk to. Imagine you have like 3,000 people in your school and you've talked to like 70% of them. Like, can you think about how insane that is? Teachers included. I've talked to teachers. I'm like an IT tech for my school. Like I go around like giving computers and fixing people's problems and all that type of stuff. Literally, I've talked to all of the teachers. All of my teachers I've had conversations with. I'll literally walk in on a meeting like with important people inside the school, like our district, and I'll just like say hi, and I'll like intrude on their conversation, and I'll say hi to them and like make them laugh, and they'll literally like enjoy the meeting more because when I leave afterwards, they go, oh, these are the type of students that you have at this school. Like that's awesome. I'm literally setting like a good standard for them, and it's because I put in so much time and so much effort into the part that I sucked at, stuttering over my words, not being able to record the videos, going up to the girl and like getting, well, I've never really got rejected to be fair, but going up to the girl and like feeling weird, and like I know that she gave me like her Instagram or her number just to like be nice or whatever because I was like kind of cute, or like I had muscles, or like I had a good reputation like with the guys in my space, and like whatever. I went through all of the pain points of that. Now I'm to the level to where I can go up to someone and I can talk to them. Think about how crazy that is. I had to put in hundreds of hours of negative reinforcement, of pain and just embarrassment and not knowing what to do and being anxious and all of these things, to where I can go up to someone, I can go up to a cute girl and say, hey, I think you look pretty. Can I have your number? And then not care, genuinely zero care if I get rejected, because that's just part of it. And I usually don't. I don't think I ever have been rejected now that I think about it. Granted, I don't shoot that many shots. I only shoot if I know I can hit. If you know what not in that way, fucking not in that way, but you know what I mean. You have to be good at the thing before you like it. So in order to make it easy, You have to be good at it. And that doesn't mean it's easy all of the time. That just means it's easier and more fun, more enjoyable. And if it's enjoyable, then you're going to want to do it. So that's thing number 2. Thing number 3, expand your time horizon. You have to expand this by 10x. I won't be rich in 6 months. It'll probably take me a couple of years. Recording these videos and making my products and posting content and having like my protocol, which you can find first link in the description for completely free. It's in pre-release right now. It might even be fully released if it doesn't have like the pre-release tag in the description. Having my paid calisthenics product that's ridiculously cheap. It kind of saddens me like that I put like 20, 30 hours. Well, maybe, no, it was like a couple hundred hours. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this stuff that's in there. It took me hundreds of hours to put together, and it's for $17 online. Just because I'm not in that niche, and I just kind of want to like get rid of it because I don't want it anymore. All of these types of things, you need to expand your time horizon like crazy. Like I mentioned before, good days and bad days happen as a guarantee. You can't look at a month and go, okay, I had 20 bad days in a 30-day month. That means that I suck. You need to be able to look at it and go, yeah, I had a bad month, but it was good because of these days. And also I did do a little bit of stuff. It wasn't my best. Next month I'll do better. You need to look at it in months and years. And this is the thing that me and a bunch of other young guys get really, really wrong. We'll look at a goal, 10K a month, aesthetic physique, all of that type of stuff. And we'll look at it and be like, oh yeah, I'll get that in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. We'll say that, not realize how long of a time 3 or 6 months is. And it's not that long, but we'll not realize how long that is. And we'll be like, yeah, I can hit it. And then 2 months in, we'll get bored and we'll stop being consistent. We won't care about the goal anymore. Think about how insane that is. Think about like how retarded we seem. We have a goal. We're like, okay, we're going to it. We're going to hit it. Plain example. We're going to like shoot off into the air. And then we just keep doing this shit where we like get off the ground a little bit and then we come down. Get off the ground a little bit, then we come down. And instead of speeding up, instead of continuously like pressing on the gas and trying to get that exponential growth, we'll just be like, I think it's a plane fault. Like I'll just change planes. I'll go to like a smaller one because like less weight and it'll go up faster. What the fuck? Stay in the plane that you're in. Shoot up with what you have now. I'm trying to be quiet because it's like 4 a.m. and I'm yelling and my parents are sleeping like across the house from me and they can probably hear me slightly. But I need you to understand that you need to continuously have this momentum. And the thing is, it's a reminder to me, I'm not perfect at this. I'll fucking be the first one to admit that I'm not perfect and I have my ruts and I have my setbacks. But the thing is, you will always want to work hard. You will always want to do more. So just fucking do it. Push yourself further and further and further and actively try and make your life harder. Because the thing is, in this modern day, it's so easy to scroll on your phone. It's so easy to not watch educational content like this. Even this, get off my fucking video after this. Get off YouTube after this video. Still watch to the end to give me like the watch time and the views and like help me grow and all that because I'm selfish and I don't care about you that much. But I'm partly joking. But it's so easy. It's so easy to scroll. It's so easy to just sit in your room and not do anything and not be productive and not have a plan for the day and not have your timetable and not record the video that you're supposed to record and not do the business work and not work on your product. And you hear, oh, do online business. You need leads and you need an offer and then money models and then, oh, the $100 million leads and then, oh, read this book and then read 3 pages and then stop. But what I'm asking you to do is just to continue and move forward and get better. It's taken me like 5-6 years to get to the point to where I'm at. Think about how crazy that is. I've maxed out to a point to where I'm decently happy. Obviously, you always improve and all that type of stuff, but I've maxed out everything other than like my money. And I can cope and say, oh, I was too young to have a bank account and all that type of stuff. I was 12 when I started. I'm 17 now. And think about that. Think about like the wisdom that's coming from a 17-year-old. I get that all of the time. I completely understand that it's hard. But I want you to be better than me. I want competition. I want people to actually start these channels because of me, to start giving their wisdom, to start making money, to start competing with me. Because if I don't win, that's going to show me who I am. And if I win, that's also going to show me who I am. And the thing is, that takes a lot of time to build these systems and to build the success. And it took me 5 years to have the physique that I have. Most people are like, oh, he was training like a year or 2 years. Like, what? He knew, oh, nice newbie gains, bros. I'm 5'4", and I weigh like 155 pounds this morning. That's a big. That's chunky for a 5'4" guy. Like Jeff Nippert, I think he's like 180. He's been training for like 10, 15 years. Fucking, what, 25 pounds more than me? And he's leaner and like, yeah, that's 25 pounds is like pretty significant, but like he's a professional and he's an adult and maybe or maybe not taking steroids. Who knows? Like with his recent like high intensity training video and like all that type of stuff. And he's a scumbag, whatever. Thing is, it's taken me 5 years. It's taken me 5 years to get to the level to where I can speak on camera like this because I've been wanting to be a YouTuber since I was like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 years old. Think about how crazy that is. Almost 10 years to speak like this on camera. And the thing is, you can improve faster depending on your attention. And for the first maybe like, I don't know, until I was like 15, I never really had a YouTube channel that like I spoke on. But the thing is, it takes time. And it always will. I look at myself and I'm like, wow, I'm actually like really proud of where I'm at in such little time. But the thing is, I've actually put in a shit ton of time that I just haven't been like conscious about. And now I'm where I'm at. Now when I wrestle with my friends or I grapple, I'm way stronger than them because I do 110-pound pull-ups for reps. I'm way stronger than them because I squat ridiculous amounts of weight, ass to grass. I'm way stronger than them because I deadlift fucking 4 plates to my knees. I didn't like lock it out, but I picked it up. That was without peaking as well, and I'm probably a little bit stronger. Anyways, without coping. When I record these videos, people say, oh my God, you speak so well. You're going to be so successful if you just stayed consistent. Which I haven't done. And I'm regretful at that. And this is what I'm hoping to do because I always want to be able to work hard. And I always want to talk about working hard because it's going to like give me that level of drive. But the thing is, it's going to take me significantly longer than I think it's going to, and the same for you. So to end off that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to ask you to subscribe so there's more stuff like this. I'm going to ask you to like, comment so more people can see this. If you think this helped you, that's all that I'm asking you. Just really quickly, like I'll give you a few seconds just while I'm talking. Just scroll down, just fucking hit the thing. Please, thank you. I love you. Just write a comment saying this video helped me or saying like I disagree with this, and I'll probably like ignore it because it has no substance, or if you actually have a critique, then I'll respond to you or whatever. I have a free lock-in protocol where I teach you everything that you need to know about locking in, about being consistent, about speaking to people, how to socialize, how to talk to girls. I have like a sex module in there, which you'll really like, which is fucking... Nobody talks about that. Yeah, I have your attention now, bro. oh, yeah, I want to lock in, and you only checkmark the like, how to fuck protocol. All that type of stuff, changing your identity, all those different types of things. I'm not going to like sell it to you because it's free. And if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. All that stuff. My name has been Brandon. Keep doing the best, doing your best. Trust God. Signing off.